Hello there, it's a wobbly camera video in my little office here. There's some of you've not seen probably the absolute shitstorm, the mess in my office. This is just a quick video that I'm putting up just to let those of you that don't on my Facebook or my Twitter or read my blog or anything else that as of Wednesday I was laid off from Kiosk Group. As some of you know, I've been working for 2 years as an external contractor on the documentation. So I was working on Max, Maya, Modo, Nuke, all the stuff, documentation for that. So some of the videos that you see may or may not be me, the visual side, all sorts of stuff. It was a really fantastic job. And I know with the recent sort of thing where, they joined together with the Corona guys, that some people call it the rend apocalypse. And I've been trying very hard to make sure that I don't make that side give anybody any ammunition. To be honest, there isn't any, because it's like, yeah, it's always sad, not having, a job, especially when it's been something you really enjoyed. But I'm also wise enough after 20 odd bloody years in the industry to understand how business works. And sometimes things happen. Things happen for a reason. I'm not upset. Obviously it means I have no income now. I'm hopefully temporarily, unemployed. But, let's face it, with the vast experience I have and a massive skill set of all sorts of crazy shit, I'm hoping it's not going to be too long that I'm unemployed. There's been a couple of sort of inquiries already from certain people, but we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? It's important to me that I work from home because, as I've mentioned before, I've got 2 kids, and especially for my son, most of my son's life I spent working away, and it suddenly just dawned on me this probably wasn't a very good idea to do as a dad. Yeah, I know it's a bit slow of me, but, So, and plus I've got, both my parents are quite old now, and both have health problems. So it makes sense to be here. Plus, I don't really want to be away from my fiance, to be quite honest. I know that's all soppy and shit, So there's a lot of reasons. I could make a fortune working wherever the fuck, but I won't. It's not. That's the last chance saloon. If I do that, that means I'm seriously in dire financial need. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it, and I hope people don't really think that when I said that on the blog and Facebook and stuff like that, that I count Kiosk Group after all the many people I've worked for in well over 2 decades as joint best people I've worked for. The other place was Screen Scene in Dublin, specifically the 2012 to 2013 period. Although I did work for them after that and stuff, but that particular period was magical. But it was for different reasons, if you know what I mean. Kiosk Group, it was a massive, really, really good balance of challenging stuff, getting to see stuff before anybody else. I remember the first time, we saw the denoiser, and then, had to be documented. Now I documented that, and I realised, I don't think it ever made it in the documentation because you've obviously got to keep things fairly short, but you can overcrank it a lot and get a very painterly effect. There's a top tip for you. And the other one that sticks out is Crypto Mat, because back in the day, and on plenty of films, but really the one that comes to mind was on Last Days on Mars. We had hundreds of fucking mats for that rover to colour correct things in comp. Now, with Crypto Mat, it would be one pass and automatically done in Nuke. It's, when I saw that, I sat there, and I'm like, that is fucking cool. And probably one of the most useful things I've seen in recent memory. So yeah, the bottom line is, I'm not working at Kiosk Group anymore, or for them, because the way I explain it, it was like a balloon, right? And the people working for Kiosk Group on the inside are on the inside of the balloon. I was on the skin of the balloon as an external contractor. Right, that's the way it technically works, just to make sure it's really clear. So yeah, after 2 years, I'm sitting here, but it does, on the plus side, it means I've got more free time. I don't have to get up quite as early in the morning if I don't want to. I'll have time, maybe to go back to the bloody classical album that's been on hold for the last 3 years. That I started in 2012, and the blues album, which is half done since the beginning of the year. get those things maybe finished off and, do some more sculpting. In fact, I don't think you see this, I've actually cleaned off my Wacom because it had a layer of dust this thick on it, because I haven't used it very much with the stuff I've been doing. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So if anybody does want a crazy but vastly experienced old bastard like me and prepared to let me work mostly from home, give us a ping. You know where I'm at. I'll get hold of us. And anyway, but I thought I'd let everybody know on here so everybody's aware of what's happening, right? And again, as I said on the blog, if you were hoping that I was going to go all angry and stir shit, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Anyway, bye bye.